A worried mother sits quietly beside her child late at night. Her phone glows in the dark as she scrolls through video after video. A 2-year-old reading full sentences. A toddler solving math problems. A preschooler speaking perfect English, Arabic, and Mandarin. Millions of views. Thousands of comments saying, "Genius child." So advanced. A future scientist. And slowly, her heart sinks. She looks over at her own child. The same child who still spills water while drinking, who forgets letters after repeating them 10 times, who wants to jump on the sofa instead of finishing worksheets, who asks silly questions, who just wants to play. And suddenly, an invisible fear enters the room. Am I not doing enough? Is my child falling behind? Did I start too late? What if my child never becomes smart? So the pressure begins. More flashcards. More counting drills. More educational cartoons. More pressure to perform. Because modern parenting has quietly convinced families of one dangerous idea, that intelligence is something you can force early. That the sooner a child memorizes ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, the smarter they will become. But science tells a completely different story. Because real intelligence is not built through pressure. It is built through connection, movement, play, curiosity, exploration, emotional safety, and most importantly, time. The truth about the young brain. A young child's brain is one of the most powerful learning systems in the world, but it was never designed to learn like a tiny adult. Young children are not supposed to sit still for hours memorizing information. Their brains are designed for interaction, to touch things, taste things, throw things, climb things, break things, ask why 100 times. This is not bad behavior. This is brain development. Every time a child explores their environment, millions of neural connections are being built. Every laugh, every cuddle, every game, every conversation. These moments are shaping the architecture of the brain itself. And here's what surprises many parents. The most important years of brain development are not mainly about academics. They are about emotional security and sensory experience. Because before children can truly learn information, their brains first need to feel safe. Emotional safety comes before learning. Imagine trying to learn something difficult while feeling scared, pressured, or constantly criticized. Your brain would struggle to focus. The same thing happens to children. When children feel stressed or emotionally overwhelmed, their brain shifts into survival mode. Stress hormones rise. Focus decreases. Learning becomes harder. But when children feel emotionally connected and safe, their brain becomes open to learning. This is why children learn best through loving relationships. Not fear, not pressure, not endless correction. A child who feels secure is more likely to explore confidently, ask questions freely, take healthy risks, solve problems independently, recover from mistakes, and these are the real foundations of intelligence. Early memorization is not the same as intelligence. Yes, some toddlers can memorize alphabets very early. Some can count to 100 before preschool. Some may even read simple words unusually young. But early memorization alone does not predict long-term success, because intelligence is far bigger than repeating information. A child can memorize flashcards, yet struggle emotionally later. A child can read early, yet lack confidence. A child can count perfectly, yet panic when facing challenges. Why? Because life requires much more than academic performance. True intelligence includes emotional regulation, creativity, adaptability, communication, critical thinking, empathy, problem solving, resilience. And these skills develop through lived experiences, not through pressure alone. Why play is so powerful to adults? Play may look meaningless, but to a child's brain, play is serious learning. When children build blocks, they learn physics, balance, patience, and problem solving. When they pretend a pillow is a spaceship, they develop imagination and abstract thinking. When they run outside, their brain strengthens coordination, focus, and sensory integration. When they play with others, they learn communication, negotiation, empathy, and emotional control. Even messy play matters. Water play, mud play, pretend kitchens, drawing random circles. These activities are not distractions from learning. They are learning. In fact, research consistently shows that play-based learning improves long-term cognitive and emotional development more effectively than excessive academic pressure in early childhood. The social media trap today's parents are raising children in an age of constant comparison. Every day, social media showcases perfect children, reading early, speaking fluently, memorizing advanced concepts. But what parents rarely see is the pressure behind the scenes, the stress on the child, the developmental differences between children, the fact that many skills naturally emerge later. Childhood has become a competition, and parents are exhausted trying to keep up. But human development is not a race. Some children walk early. Some talk late. Some read sooner. Some bloom gradually. None of this alone determines their future intelligence or worth, because healthy development is not linear, and children are not machines. What smart children actually need. Smart children do not need constant performance. They need safe relationships, opportunities to explore, freedom to play, healthy boundaries, emotional connection, encouragement instead of shame. They need parents who understand that mistakes are part of learning, because intelligence grows best in environments where children are allowed to. Be curious, fail safely, ask questions, express emotions, try again. And this changes parenting completely. Instead of asking, how can I make my child smarter faster? We begin asking, how can I support my child's healthy development? The small moments matter. Most. Some of the most important brain-building moments look completely ordinary. Reading together before bed, listening to their random stories, answering their endless questions, laughing together during dinner, comforting them after they cry, sitting beside them while they play. These moments may not look educational, but they are building emotional security, language skills, attention, trust, and confidence. And those are the roots of lifelong learning. The danger of constant pressure. The danger of constant pressure. When children constantly feel evaluated, corrected, or pushed, they may begin believing, my value depends on performance. And over time, this can create anxiety, fear of failure, low confidence, perfectionism, emotional shutdown. A child who is afraid of making mistakes may stop exploring altogether, but exploration is exactly how learning happens. This is why emotionally healthy children often thrive later in life, because they were allowed to develop naturally. Final message. ABCs matter. 1, 2, 3 S matter. Education matters. But they are not the true measure of intelligence. The smartest children are not always the ones who perform earliest. Often, they are the children who stay curious, feel emotionally secure, believe in themselves, adapt to challenges, think creatively, connect deeply with others. And those qualities cannot be forced through pressure. They are nurtured slowly, through love, safety, play, patience, and connection. So, if your child would rather play than memorize today, that does not mean they are failing. It may simply mean their brain is developing exactly the way it was designed to. Because raising a truly smart child is not about teaching earlier. It is about nurturing deeper,